Jai Mahamaya Ki Jai. In our last discourse, we heard about King Harischandra and his wife and son Rohita leaving the kingdom because they had given it all away to Vishwamitra. We'll go on to chapter 20. Harischandra said, O Muni, I will not take my food until I pay you your Dashina in gold. Know this to be my resolve. Therefore, O one of good vows, discard all your anxieties for Dashina. I am the king of the solar dynasty, especially since the time I have completed my Rajasua sacrifice. I give to every man whatever he desires. So, O Lord, how can it be possible that I will not give what I have voluntarily promised myself? O best of Munis, I will certainly pay off your debt. I must give you the gold as you desire. Be calm and patient, but you will have to wait 1 month on getting the money. I will pay it off to you. Vishwamitra said, O king, kingdom, treasury, and strength are the 3 sources of income, but now you are deprived of all of these. Whence now do you expect to get gold, O king? Vain are your hopes to get money. What am I to do now? You are now wealthless, and how can I, out of greed, give you triple, O king? Better say, I will not be able to give you your Dashina. And then I will quit my strong expectation and go away as I like. And you too can think that you have no gold, so how can you give money? And so you can go wherever you like with your wife and son. Hearing these words, the Muni, at this time of departure, the king said, O Brahmana, be patient, and I will certainly give you your Dashina. My wife, son, and I are all healthy, so selling these, I will give you the money. There is no doubt in this. O Lord, kindly inquire whether there is anyone who can purchase us, and I will agree to become the slave with my wife and son. O Muni, you can sell all of us, and the price you get, you can take 2.5 loads of gold out of that and be pleased. Thus saying, the king went to Benares, where Shankara was staying with the dear consort Uma. The king saw the beautiful city, the sight which makes one's hearts dance with more joy, and he said that he had become blessed. Then he went to the banks of the sacred river and bathed in the Ganges and offered peace offerings, Tarpanam, to the Devas and the Pitris, and completing the worship of his Ishta Deva, his own deity, looked around where he could go. The king, entering into this beautiful city of Benares, began to think that no human being is protecting this city, but Shiva himself is protecting it. So if he lives there, we would not be living in a city which has been given away by him to Vishwamitra. The king then, distressed much with pain and trouble, and being very much bewildered, began to journey on foot with his wife and son, and entered into the city and placed his confidence. At that moment he saw the Muni Vishwamitra asking again for Dashina, and humbly bowed down and spoke with folded hands. O Muni, my dear wife, my son and I are living here. You can take any of us and have your work done, or say what other work we will have you do for us. Vishwamitra said, you promised that you would pay Dashina at the end of 1 month, and today that 1 month is completed. If you remember, then give me the Dashina. The king said, O Brahmana, you are wise and are endowed with all the powers of tapas, asceticism. As yet 1 month is not complete. Still half a day is remaining. Wait till then, and no longer. Vishwamitra said, O king, let it be. I will come again, and if you do not give me then, I will curse you. Thus saying, Vishwamitra went away. The king then thought within himself how he would pay him back what he had promised. There is no influential friend of mine in Benares city who can help me with money. Where then can I get the requisite money? I am a Kshatriya. Begging of or accepting any gift is forbidden to me, and how can I beg or accept any gift? According to the Dharma code, the offering of sacrifices on one's own behalf, studying and giving are the 3 duties ordained to a king. And if I die not paying a Brahman's Dashina, I will be polluted with that sin of stealing a Brahman's prosperity, and I will then be born a worm or will be a Petra. So to sell myself and pay off the debt is better than this. When the king was thus thinking humbly with his face bent downwards and in a distracted state of mind, His wife spoke to him with tears in her eyes and said, with a voice choked with feelings, O king, discard all cares and keep your own dharma truth. He who is divorced from truth is forsaken. O best of all men, to keep one's truth is one's dharma. There is no other dharma superior to it, so the sages declare. He whose words turn out false, his agnihotra study and gifts and all actions become fruitless. Truth is very much praised in the Dharmasastras, and this truth raises up and saves the virtuous souls. Similarly, falsehood, no doubt, drags a vicious man to hell. The king Yayati performed the horse sacrifice and his Rajasu sacrifice and went to heaven, but once he spoke falsely, and so he was dislodged from the heavens. The king said, O thou, going like an elephant, I have my son who will multiply my lines. Speak out what thou wish to say. The queen said, O king, the wives are meant for sons. Having me has been fulfilled as giving you a son. So sell me now, and for the money value, and give the Dashina to the Brahmin. Let you not deviate from the truth. Hearing this, the king fainted. Afterwards, regaining consciousness, he wept with a grievous heart. O gentle one, what have you uttered just now has caused me much pain. Am I such a sinner as to forget entirely all our conversations and your sweet smiles? Alas, O sweet smiling one, you ought not to speak such words, O fair one. You have been able to utter these harsh words not fit to be spoken. Speaking thus, the king became impatient at the idea of selling his wife and fainted and fell to the ground. Seeing him fainted and lying flat on the ground, the queen became grievously hurt and spoke with great compassion. O king, whose evil have you done, that you have fallen into this calamity? At last, he who was accompanied to sleep in a room adorned with carpets is today like a humble man sleeping on the ground. The king who gave crowds and crowds of golden riches to the Brahmins, that same king, my husband, is lying now on the ground. Alas, what a painful thing, O fate! What has this king done to you that you have thrown this into such dire calamity? Thus saying, the beautiful queen, very much grieved by the sight of her husband's pain, fell down unconscious on the ground. Then the boy prince, seeing father and mother both senseless, lying on the ground, began very much troubled and began becoming hungry, cried, O father, I'm hungry, give me food to eat. O mother, my tongue is being parched, give me food to me. And the boy began to weep repeatedly. Here ends the 20th chapter, the 7th book, and the earnestness of Harischandra to pay off the Dashina in the Mahapuranam, Srimad, Devi Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses, by Maharishi Veda Vyasa. Jai Mahamaya ki jai, Vishveshvari Mata ki jai, Bole Baba ki jai.